Hello, I'm Glenyce Hughes, and I get to travel around this beautiful planet of ours, facilitating people in creating their dreams come true. How the heck did I get so lucky? So, what it actually takes to actualize. Actualize, but it actually takes. And actually, this is something that I only really recently realized. Like, obviously, I've been willing to do it or be it. I just really never acknowledged that it's a huge part of actualizing. Now, first off, what the heck does actualize mean? So there's two words that often are used, or a word, manifest or manifestation. And if you were to look up that in the dictionary, it actually is how it shows up, not that it shows up. Yeah. So when we say, I would like to manifest a red sports car, it's very confusing because I'd like to how it shows up a red sports car. So you don't have to change your words. If you like the word manifest, please keep using it. Just this is some information. And you know that I will often use it. I often use it I had a whole program last year, or a year ago, called Manifest Your Money Monthly Goal Toolkit. Because that's a lot of people, they just see that word as that. So not wrong to use it. However, the word, if you would like to be more grammatically correct and energetically correct with it, is actualize. Actualize means that it shows up. Manifest is how it shows up. So if you'd like to have something show up, you'd like to actualize it. You'd like to actualize a red sports car if that's what you're asking for. Now, what I realized was that probably 100% of actualization is about receiving. Like when we're asking, it's actually receiving that ask. Yeah. And that's often where we don't actualize it, is the receiving part. Now, what the heck is receiving anyway? The best way for me to describe it is, I want you to think of some time where maybe you have a memory of something that occurred, that maybe somebody said something to you unkind, or maybe you said something unkind to somebody and you just don't like thinking about it. To me, that's not receiving. Now, I don't mean you have to sit around and think about those things all the time. That's not what I mean at all. But that energy of, oh, I don't want to think about that, or trying to push it away, to me, that's putting up a barrier to not receive. Now, receiving is bazillion things, but that's the best way I can describe it energetically. And it starts to make sense to a lot of people, because we all probably have examples of that, where we maybe said something that wasn't kind, and then afterwards we feel so bad and we just, oh, we wish I didn't say it. And there's all this funky energy. It's that where we put the barriers up. Now, not receiving what you're asking for, that's a little bit of a different energy. Because let's say you would like to have $10,000 a month. But let's say you have a whole bunch of points of views that $10,000 a month is too much. You're being greedy. If you have 10,000, it means somebody else doesn't. Like, there could be all of this crazy. That crazy is also those barriers that stop you from receiving it. So it is really about the receiving, and the best way to receive, I'm not sure that's the correct term, but the best way to practice receiving is that barriers down, barriers down, barriers down. And then I always say all levels, layers, lifetimes, universes, realities, barriers down. And I'm doing my hands like this because you want to be actually pushing the barriers down at the same time. So when I say it, I usually close my eyes, and it's an energetic pushing down of those energies also. You don't have to do any of that. It's just what I do. I'm just sharing it. And it just really invites us to receive it all. And I know a lot of times we talk about receiving, okay, we want to receive the goodness, the happiness, the joy. Receiving, honestly, is about receiving it all. What we might judge as good or bad or ugly, it's about receiving it all. Because how many times have you had something that you would have defined as bad, but only later to find out it was actually created greater? right? So let's say you had a car accident and you would define that as bad, but maybe what happened is the person who hit you became the love of your life, right? So we don't, when we don't have any judgment of it, we receive it all, it changes everything. So this is what goes hand in hand with actualizing, is start looking at what you would like what you're asking for. And are you willing to receive it? And be honest with you about that. That's not receive it all. Absolutely, it's not that. Just start being honest with you. Am I willing to receive this? And if not, just clear whatever it is that it is. Could be interesting points of views. It could be crazy experiences in the past. It could be a bazillion things. But just start looking at that from the place of receiving it all, including your asks and including beyond your asks. Now, if actualization is something that you would like to play more with, I invite you, and I'm looking over here because I've got the wording so I don't forget. I've got a pre-sale on right now, depending when you're watching this, called Actualize Your Asks, as if by magic. So on December 20th is when you'll receive everything. So currently it's only $39.99, and on December 20th, when everything's available, it will go up to $99.99. So get in now if this is of interest. There is a step-by-step actualization workbook with video. There's morning and evening routine on audio and on PDF. There's an actualization hack video with transcription. There's daily checklists to stay on track with your asks on a PDF. There's a PDF that has easy ways to form your ask, so you can just like fill in the blank with your asks, and then Canva templates to create phone wallpaper. So once you've got your ask formulated, put it on your phone, so every time you look at your phone, you remember to ask. And then, of course, a private Facebook community. So if you're interested in that, the link will be above or below. You can check it out. If you've got questions, reach out. And I wonder what magic we could actualize if we were willing to receive everything. Yeah. Have a great week, sweet friends. I look forward to chatting again next week.